It's not better. Hopefully this chat's going to work properly. Hey, moving to Thailand. It's not a bad decision. Everything's a lot cheaper there. Hey, Dante, what's going on? Oh, my glasses are... I don't know what happened to them. Hey, Streamosaurus, you, ATL, what's going on? Enjoying this weather, eh? 79 degrees here at twilight. It was muggy all day. It's gonna rain soon. Is it raining up there, TL? I mean, it probably isn't, but my nephew grabbed my glasses last night, and he smudged them. So now it's like, I can't believe I drove so long without glasses. I mean, I guess it was all right, but negative 17 Celsius all week. That sounds like about 10 Fahrenheit, give or take. I could do the math right now while I'm driving, but there we go. Okay, now we're plugged in. We are going to be going to the car wash first. We did this like a week or two ago. If we ever make it there before it closes. Oh, I forgot the schedule maintenance for this car. Not that really matters in here, but at least the chat's working. It should be working. It's 5 Celsius, okay. And that's in Algeria, right? So the equivalent for those in Europe of what 78 is, it's about 25 Celsius, 24. It got up to about 27 today. Although it got up to 30 Celsius in some parts of interior Florida. Oh man. This should be a 5-minute drive to the car wash, but I have a feeling it's not going to be. -7 with 13 inches of snow. Usually when it gets that cold, it's hard. It makes it harder for the, meteorology to define, like, there's less water vapor in the air, less snow can be had, but I don't know how that works, but there are exceptions, and I have a lot of friends in Texas that are freaking out. Texas seems to be the hardest hit state. Obviously it's a big state, so it's just going to be that way. I know that guy. Sand desert make it to Switzerland? Could you be more? I don't know if I understand that completely. Hey Terrence, what's going on? Near Milwaukee, 1 degree. Well, at least it's in the positive Fahrenheit. I think Houston hit 16, maybe less, maybe 15. I mean, outside of Houston, it definitely got into the low teens. And anyone growing queens or pygmy dates are just gone. If you're growing them outside, unprotected, they're done. Queens are likely done. Canariensis is probably going to take a pretty bad hit, and some of them will probably die. Same with Sylvestris. Now with like stuff like Sagos, cycads, they will probably freeze to the base and probably grow back. They can usually handle about 15. They'll defoliate for sure. They may not. The trunk may not freeze. It's really hard to kill a cycad outright from cold. I mean, at least a subtropical one like that. There are some tropical ones which I've seen die at 40 degrees. There's only a few of them, and they're tropical Zamias. Zamia is really the only tropical cycad out there. There are a couple Serrata Zamias that don't like cold weather, but they don't really. Hey, palm tree dude. Over a foot of snow today. I'm glad that I'm not driving this car in Chicago right now, because if I were, I wouldn't be going anywhere. 70 today. That's in South Carolina, right, parents? Or Georgia? Oh, sorry. This is like this isn't like the height of the tourist season, but there's a lot of snowbirds here, so I'm not used to this traffic being this deep. When you plan on going somewhere, you have to commit to it. Lowe's currently in that's not too bad compared to Texas. It's a lot worse there. I don't think it's gonna get that bad there. It's just the way that the storm came through that it affected like the south central part of the U.S. the worst. Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, to a point, Mississippi and Alabama. Looks like we are gonna make it. I'm not gonna. I don't like to rush it at the car wash because this car is a mess. And it's mysteriously losing air in one tire, and the Toyota dealership said it wasn't. And I was like, well, why does it have 25 psi? Which should be at 40. Like, well, we don't know. I'm like, well, are you denying that it's losing air? And they're like, well, we don't see any air being lost. It's like, oh, it's just nice political way of putting it. Androctonus, man, how's it going? I don't even know if I pronounced that correctly, but I tried. So we're gonna go here, and then I'm gonna sit there, wait for an attendant, because it's not gonna let me through automatically because it never reads my plate correctly. Oh, there is something there. Okay, good. I would pronounce it correctly if I had enough time to to stop because the way that you guys can't see it from my end, but you guys are it's almost like sitting, like looking at the other side of your dash. Hold on a second. Let's try the new mask. Let's see how this works. Oh, that is tight. That's not that bad. We're using KN95s now. To Myrtle Beach. Yeah, most of Florida's doing. I mean, even Pensacola's. It's in the in the 50s there, but anywhere south of Gainesville's comfortable, but south of I-4, I mean, it was like 85 in most areas, unless you're by the coast, and it's getting down to 65 tonight. It's going to be cooler tomorrow night. It's going to be like 55 here. Yeah, I definitely switched over just because. I mean, I had an N95. I had N95s, and I still have them, but the straps on them are so broken. I bought them before the pandemic, and I just try to use them sparsely. But eventually they always, they're gonna wear out. I wish I could rebuild them or something. I need to pinch the nose and stuff. How's it going? I have a membership here, but it never reads my plate correctly. Right, it's always like 1 letter off or 2 letters off.
Welcome to our car wash. Please select an option from the list on screen.
I'm not the process a few times.
No, I'm used to it. Yeah.
An option from the list on screen.
I know it's not the easiest thing to use.
Welcome to our car wash. Please select an option from the list on screen. Welcome to our car wash. Please select an option from the list on screen. Welcome to our car wash. Please select an option from the list on the screen. Welcome to our car wash.
You must want to
Please
punch your
select
face
an
in
option from the
sometimes.
list on the screen.
Not actually her, just the screen. There we go.
So that's a C, right?
It's a C and a U. So instead of it, like an O, it's a C. Instead of an M, it's a U. Actually, yeah.
This is a,
That's a U.
an H or
A U.
a U? Okay.
Yeah,
And the rest looks right.
that's correct. Yeah.
No extras?
No
All
extra.
right, have a good one.
All right, dude. Thanks. Or the Gold Club. Alright, it's gonna probably get loud in here because my phone's near the windshield. So, I mean, it gets loud anyway, but. Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm scraping the bumper. Okay. Gave him the thumbs up that I saw what he said. For those of you in not in the U.S., you guys maybe even not even in the South, these are relatively new car wash. These like mega car wash centers. So after this, we're going to Trader Joe's. So let's see. Yeah, New Smyrna Beach is a little bit cooler, like maybe in the upper 60s today. I'm not really sure. I had to check that. But all right. So that's a good mask. Glad I bought those. We just got this. I don't know. This car wash has probably been here for 6 months, and it always pushes my ear mirrors in or out. Never had a problem with the one at night. My instinct is to roll down the window and fix the mirrors. Yeah, there's enough time, Simon. Hello, Joy. Well, it's going to be difficult to tell who is who. Very deceptive there. I like it. That's all nice, right? This is the loudest part, I think. So I'm just not going to talk. If you guys want to message, then go ahead and then. I mean, I think it's a little bit lucky to survive. I think the real problem is they have to fight the humidity and the cold. If that were somewhere like in the Middle East where it got a little bit cooler, it would be a little bit easier. Because they have to fight fungal infections that they wouldn't have to otherwise. Jesus. Oh, it fixed my mirror. And then it pushed it in there. Thanks. So they have to fight fungal infections here that they wouldn't otherwise have to fight like in the Middle East. Relax, 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 go, and go. Just in time. I'm gonna pull up here if there's a spot that isn't like really close to someone else here. I'm gonna go around the other side. So I'm really excited. I have a root canal tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I just need to throw a few things away here. Hate doing this, but the moment. I just need to get this stuff cleaned out. I hope my sister's not watching this. She'll kill me. Just had to. I'm not gonna vacuum or anything. I don't really need it. I mean, I could use it, but I want to get going. The hand sanitizer I use smells like, has an after smell, sort of like a lime tequila. Dylan, you saying hi to me? Wasn't sure. Okay. Hey, Virginia Palms, how's it going? Oh, so you're not. Joy, don't know what name you're using on here, but I'm curious now. I gotta use the bathroom again. That's not good. Might run back to the house, run in the bathroom, and then go back out. So you guys get more time. Normally I would just head out here. Though it's really not any closer for me to head out from here. I mean, unless I want to take the interstate, which is a little bit on the boring side. But so we got a new this used to be, there used to be nothing out here. This used to be just a racetrack, a Hess station, which is, or BP or Hess, which is now Speedway, I think, and McDonald's with like, there's a couple restaurants. There's like one hotel here. Now there's like 4 hotels, a Culver's, a Wawa, car wash, Tractor Supply. But like you go to a racetrack and it's like crickets, and you go and Wawa across the street is packed because racetrack just doesn't offer the things that Wawa does. I mean, it just can't. It seems like you just can't compete. There's nobody there. You can't really see the Wawa, but it's packed. And I think I mentioned this before on a live stream, but I actually I dated the daughter of the CFO of racetrack in college, and you know, that's when, like, I mean, it wasn't at their height, but they were definitely growing. And I imagine their stock or just their general income coming in is not too hot right now. They're getting mowed over. Oh wow. Yeah. It's weird going along the East Coast from, like, say, Savannah, you know, where you can definitely grow Queens, at least in town. Like, we're talking like right along the coast, even like Tybee Island, where you can grow Queens on the coast, all the way up to Virginia Beach. Like, that stretch of land, I guess the best way to put it, even though it's not continuous, because there's a lot of barrier islands, can be, it's hard to really tell where you can and can't do certain things. Yeah, Myrtle Beach definitely puts an emphasis on palms, where a lot of other towns, like even further south, want, because it's a tourist town, so they want it to look tropical.
Beach is, you know, if you look at like the ultimate low, I mean, you can put a map up, but if it right along the beach is probably 9A. If you go to like Conway, like that's a definite 8B. And then you go to like Florence, that's going to be like an 8A. It moves away from the coast pretty fast, and that's Florence is like the first town you'll really see on I-95 when you get off or get into South. Say you're heading south into South Carolina. Besides south of the border, it's like the first real town. It's the first time you'll see like palmettos that are just like anomalies. But I have seen Canary. I've seen a couple Canary Island dates in Myrtle Beach when I was last in Myrtle Beach in 2009, so it's been a while. Oh, this mirror's messed up. They're both messed up. Yeah, so my knowledge of Myrtle Beach palms is, you know, it's going to be from like 12 years ago. It would be before the 2010 cold. I don't know how badly that affected Myrtle Beach versus, say, Florida. So. There's a Bentley Continental. Looks like a drop top too. Are you going to Coastal Carolina? I've had a few friends that went there. One of my sister's best friends went to Coastal Carolina. She still lives in Myrtle Beach. They'll meet up at Disney for like a... That's a really well-kept Continental too. I mean, that thing could be 15 years old. It's really hard to tell without seeing the front. It's probably about 10 years old. It's very unassuming. It doesn't look like it has like 550 horsepower, but those wide tires. Wait, Droctors, man, you're worried about the cold coming on? So you can usually tell by the wheel style. Oh, it's already drizzling here. Is it? Is that just from the... Might just be from the leftover water from the car wash. So that appears to be a later model one. He's using his GPS or phone. It's a nice car. I like the color too. You want to grow a queen? Well, I mean, the best thing to do is just to, you know, they grow so fast. Plant a few, or, you know, keep some in pots and test a couple out. You always want to, unfortunately, want to test the most robust of them all, because if you have like a, you know, a smaller seedling, it's not going to be nearly as cold hardy. Remember, when you have stuff in pots and they're out in the cold, they're going to be a lot less cold hardy than, you know, when they're in the ground. So like, let's say that your safe zone for like a queen is say 23. If you leave a queen in a pot out at 23, it's going to freeze the pot solid and it's going to kill the plant. Toyota FJ. I used to have one of those as well. Not that color though. I had a yellow one. I wish I had kept it, because I mean, I don't think those things with 200,000 miles on them, like the first year ones, they're still worth like $10,000, $12,000. It is 76 now. It's cooling down and the sun is fully set. Oh. There's some. Yeah, I know that there are nicer areas of Myrtle Beach. I guess I just don't really. The last time I was in Myrtle Beach, so I went to New England for Thanksgiving of '09, and Thanksgiving night we actually drove down. My sister and I left, and we drove back in my mom's Scion. And we got to Delaware. We actually decided to take the coastal way, so we actually took the Bay Bridge Tunnel, and we stayed overnight in like somewhere near Dover. And it was like Black Friday, at the Walmart down the street, and like it was so loud, and I couldn't sleep at all. So like I told my sister, like, hey, you know, we like I saw she hates cockroaches. I'm like, I think I saw a cockroach. So we left at like 5:30, and we were driving down 17, which takes you through Virginia Beach, most of all of eastern North Carolina, basically the East Coast there. And we finally got to Myrtle Beach, like, God, it was like 9 o'clock at night. And my sister's friend was still in college. I don't know, she's in graduate school. It was 09, so she might have been a senior. And what she offered me as a place to stay was like coated in like old tequila, like sticky tequila. And it was disgusting. And I'm like, I'm gonna go get a hotel. So I went to, I don't know, Comfort or Marriott or something. I forget the name of the place. And I was like, what is there to do around here? I mean, obviously the Palm thing, but like, well, there's 2 gentlemen clubs across the street, and I'm like, I'm not interested in that. So I just kind of sat and watched. I watched Ice Road Truckers Marathon for 2 days. That was exciting. But I did go downtown. You know, there was a lot of canaries along the, I forget the name of the road, this Ocean Drive, something like that. So 43 Georgia. That's not bad. I mean, it could be 13. I don't want to say I'm taking this for granted because I'm not. So, you know, this weather. All right, so I'm going to go and use the bathroom. Hoping my mom found out what she wanted to eat for dinner. Oh, hey Larry, I'm in Venice, Florida, which is just south of Sarasota. Hold on a sec here. Okay. So I will be back in like a few minutes. Hope you guys don't mind. And Larry, I will answer anything that you would like to ask. I have to figure out what my mom wants for dinner. So, but it is 75, 76 degrees right now. told me 21 tomorrow. -8 Celsius, Southern Ontario. Oh yeah, I forgot it is getting cold there too. I realize that mostly if I know someone from Canada, they're usually either in Southern Ontario or they're in Vancouver area. Feels like most of the population there lives there. I mean, I understand that it kind of does. There's like what 35 million people in Canada, and like 15 of them live in Ontario, and another I don't know the exact guys, but so Joy, if you're watching, we're gonna pass that hotel. Nice palms. In a few minutes. That's a nice house. I never saw that house before. So one thing I was gonna do is I was gonna make a video about the neighborhood that I live in. It's an old neighborhood. It's the oldest neighborhood that isn't on the island of Venice itself. And there actually aren't a lot of tropical palms here, and a lot of it's because it's just old, and back then they didn't plant anything too tropical because forecasting was kind of rough. You know, what could grow is kind of just word of mouth. This is like in the 50s. Well, Canada's worth it, in my opinion. I haven't been to Canada in 20 years, but it was, both times I went, it was fun. I find that most people that live in colder countries tend to know how to have more fun because they have to. When it's cold out in the wintertime, you gotta have something to do. So like people from Finland and Norway and Sweden. People from Vermont. Wow. South Dallas. Yeah, Eloy, I know a lot of people in Dallas that are going to lose some plants. Sorry to hear that. German-speaking Europe, so I guess that's Germany and Austria, and maybe Switzerland. I do have to go to Walgreens too. I wonder if I should do that now. .5 degrees. Is that pretty cold for Albuquerque? I think it is. I think you can grow some palms in Albuquerque. I don't remember. Santa Fe, no. I've been to Niagara and Montreal. Oh. Gotta follow that charger. I can tell from here. Oh, God. I did not fix the other mirror, so I'm just... Man. Oh, we already passed that hotel. Sorry, Joy, if you're watching. Oh, boy. Jesus. I need that mirror. Yeah, I've not been to Barcelona, but I have a lot of friends. There's a poker tour that stops in Barcelona every year, and it's apparently the best place to go of them all. If you go to Miami Beach, if you want to go out to where they grow, where palms are normally grown, in Redland, I try and pick up some orangas. No, orangas are a little bit, maybe. I would try growing orangas in Myrtle Beach. Oh, that is an SRT Hellcat. Is it? Yeah, it's got the fender flares and everything. Or SRT Charger, I should say. Hellcat Charger. That has over twice the horsepower of my car. I mean, it's heavier, but that's not going to make it. The common name is just the sugar palm. Well, I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of palms named the sugar palm, but no, it's okay. You're gonna want to know the scientific name when you get it. So Arenga is ARENGA, and you're looking for Arenga Engleri. I think I have a video on it. If you type in Arenga on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. I'm getting tailgated. That's beautiful. That's the gist of what I got. I haven't been in Toronto, but I feel like it's New York, but like a Midwestern New York almost. Where'd that Hellcat go? Please get me out of this weird traffic situation, because shit, dude. Flying. That Hellcat came out of nowhere. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's hard not to speed in that car, I imagine. It does have 707 horsepower. Got your message, Joy, but I can't read it while I'm live. So I got another 15-20 minutes, I think. Later than it is. The thing about Arengas is that because they clump and they normally don't trunk very much, they can actually, even if they do get burned in the cold, they can come back. And I know that they can handle low 20s, so. South Creek. I don't remember seeing that sign. The weird thing is I go grocery shopping and I don't even get stuff that I'm going to eat tonight. It's just that I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight. So how hardy are Royal Palms? You know, they're actually pretty hardy. I would say that they will start to burn in the mid to upper 20s, and they will take considerable damage in the mid 20s, and they won't die outright until really the low 20s. I mean, they really are a solid, in my opinion, a solid 9D palm. Will they burn? Yes, but they'll grow right back. Like you gotta have a solid 9B zone, like Tampa, Orlando, in my opinion. That they, especially nowadays, maybe 50, 60. I mean, they used to grow as far north as Jackson, like just south of Jacksonville and the St. John's. I know it was a freeze of 1895 that killed them. There's a native scorpion to Virginia. I have not encountered any scorpions personally. It's supposed to rain here in a couple. I went a little bit earlier than I normally would. Now, are all scorpions poisonous, or are some not, just like snakes? I need to fix that mirror. I guess I'll just fix it when I get to Trader Joe's. Oh, dude, those brights. This is still rush hour traffic that's going the other way from Sarasota to Venice. And that to the right looks like a new Chevy Volt. Oh, I mean, not new, but like second gen. City? I'm in Osprey right now, heading to Sarasota. Or are you talking to someone else? Yes, Royals will grow in South Padre, Brownsville. I've seen them there. I've seen one growing in Corpus Christi even. And they used to have them on Galveston Island, but they died. So, I think that was in the 60s, 50s or 60s. Usually when Texas has a cold snap, Florida will also have one. But in this case, we're not really going to have one. Well, I guess the front is going to stall out, so it's just not going to. I mean, it is going to rain here, but the cold weather really isn't going to come with it. Moving to Arlington, Virginia. I don't know how many offhand are named in the Amazon rainforest, parents, but it's a lot. It's hundreds. I would venture to say that between 10 and 20% of the palms in the world are native to the Amazonian rainforest or near peripheral areas like the foothills of the Andes. I mean, you have a ton of Adelaeas, you have Syroxylons growing like in the foothills. There's some other really abstract palms like Leopoldinia, which I actually got seed of, and there's one growing in Hawaii that's fruiting now, thanks to me I gave the seed to someone who I knew could grow it. That's the only Leopoldinia, which you guys have probably never heard of, and definitely I've never seen anything more than a seedling in person. It's extreme. It's one of the rarest palms that, I mean, it's not rare in the Amazon. It's not endangered, but in cultivation, it's virtually unknown. Yeah, Royals are going to be, I mean, the benchmark. Royals and Coconuts are the benchmark of Miami. So. Come on here, let's get up to speed. Or we can just pass them. I just want to say to those of you who are like in high school or college, like when I was just coming out of college and still college age and in high school, like I was really interested in palms, and I had people who helped me out, and now that I'm kind of twice that age basically, I like to kind of pass on a lot of that to